Hey everyone, it is Mindez here, starting with 35 seconds on the clock because I was a dumb and forgot to pause it at the end of the last episode. I think I usually go down here. Pretty sure I usually go down here. You get a choice between down and right, and I'm pretty sure I always go down. So we're in the last stage of Sonic 1, which is the scrap metal zone. It's not a scrap metal zone, it's the scrap brain zone, but that name always seemed weird to me, so scrap metal zone. As we brave the confines of smashy things, which are always fun. So today's topic of conversation is YouTube popularity and stuff. And what is popularity and how does one achieve it? So I got a PM yesterday from someone that's probably watching this video right now. Well, not right now, because right now is when I'm recording it, but you know, he's probably watching this video at some point after I've uploaded it. And I got a PM from this guy, and his PM was one line, and he just said, "How did you get so popular?" And I replied with one line, "I'm not." But this kind of got me thinking, what is popularity? Because, you know, popularity I think is a relative term. I am not popular considering all the YouTubers out there, particularly, you know, the ones that I tend to watch, particularly the ones most people tend to watch. Because, you know, gaming on YouTube, obviously a very saturated market, the big players in the industry have like hundreds of thousands to millions of subs. I don't consider myself to be popular in any way. But it is, of course, very relative, because someone with 50, 60 subs, something like that, will obviously consider me to be very popular, despite the fact that I don't consider myself to be. So popularity is a relative term that is whatever you make it out to be. That is the first important definition that we need to talk about. And with that out of the way, how have I amassed the number of subscribers that I have is a fair question. Oh yeah, I learned yesterday just how those hundreds and thousands and 10,000 things work at the end of Sonic 1 stages. I actually had no idea that they were just in specific places and you had to just go over them. I thought they were just randomly appearing, but apparently they're in specific places and you just have to step over them. This zone's pretty neat. I like this particular stage. Got some gears going on that we can run around. It's pretty darn cool. So how have I actually amassed the 1000x subscribers that I have? And the one answer I have to this is I have absolutely no idea. YouTube's analytics tools are not great at telling you where people have come from. They you know, they do what they can, but ultimately it's not something that, you know, I don't think any tool could really express, because, you know, they can't tell where people have found my videos from, things like that. So ultimately the answer to the question, how did I get so relatively popular, is I have no idea. What I have done in order to become relatively popular is I have continued to make videos, and I've continued to make the kind of videos that I want to watch, and people that share my desire in what kind of videos they want to watch have ultimately, you know, watched my videos. That's really all I can say to explain how I consider myself to have gotten as many, you know, subs as I have. And that's pretty much it. And I think becoming a successful YouTuber requires two main things. First thing is interaction. You must have some kind of constant interaction with your subscribers. You must, you know, reply to comments, things like that. That is very important, because keeping the subscribers involved is a large part of keeping them active and interested in your channel. I was so sure I was dead then. This is going to be a hell pit to get out of, isn't it? Oh, really? How am I going to get out of here? This is stupid. I'm going to spend like my entire time limit here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, never mind. So interaction is the first thing that you require. And the second thing that I think you require, and, you know, interaction is not something I've ever been tremendous at. You know, I've talked with subscribers outside of YouTube, those that have actually bothered to ever want to talk to me. But ultimately, I've not done a very good job in my videos, and I can fully realise and respect this. I've not done a tremendous job in my videos of actually involving subscribers in any way, which is something that I probably should do at some point. Oh, really? How did... Oh, freaking whatever. Run past invincibility frames. So that is something that I've never had. And the second important thing that I also don't have is self-marketing skills. Self-marketing skills involve the ability to go, you know, post around, not just on Twitter, Facebook, other forums, Reddit, things like that, and basically tell people how great you think your videos are. That is something I've never been able to do, and that's something that I know that I never will be able to do. Because I don't believe that it's up to me to say, hey look, I think this video is pretty awesome, because ultimately I am completely biased. So self-marketing is something that I have never been any good at, and never will be any good at. And I fully respect that, and I fully respect that that's a reason that I will never be what I would consider to be popular. And that is a large reason why my channel will never grow to be quite so massive. As we get launched down into the depths of Scrap Brain Zone Act 3, I'm kind of running out of things to say. I think you can skip half this level by running down here. You can skip half this level by running down here. Great. This is like, by the way, a massive shortcut compared with the actual way. Oh, no. As long as you can survive it, you know. I think I've long since run out of things to say, so I don't know, I'm just gonna keep talking. Basically, self-marketing and involvement. If you can master those two things, then you are well on your way to being a master YouTuber. And one key thing to keep in mind as well is that YouTube, regardless of whether it should be or not, you know, this isn't a discussion of whether it should be, this is a discussion of what it is. YouTube is very personality oriented, you know. Ultimately, the content you create is not as important as your personality, who you are. Some may agree with the way this is, some may disagree, but ultimately that is how it is at the moment. And from an LPing standpoint, that means that the games that you do are not as important as getting hit with a spike in the back. Wow, I have not done this level in a long time. Are we back at the beginning again? Oh wow, yeah, well, this is giving me more time to talk about stuff that I don't actually have anything to say about. Great. So YouTube is very personality oriented, and that means, regardless of whether you think it should be or not, some people would argue that it should be, some people would argue that it shouldn't be, the games that you do and the content you create are not as important as who you are. A good LPer, by which I mean one that has a personality that people like, can do any game they want and ultimately people will watch. Now I should point out at the moment, I'm actually talking about mainstream audience. Yes, there are a lot of people out there for which the game is very important, and if you're one of those people, you know, fair enough. But for a mainstream audience, for any kind of YouTube popularity, this is the end of the level, right? Yes, it is! For any kind of YouTube popularity, you are going to have have a personality first and foremost above everything. And I'm just going to shut up now because this fight without rings is kind of fun. So this is the last Robotnik fight, or the last Robo-Man fight anyway, in Sonic 1, and this is going to be the end of the game. Honestly, I've done this fight so many times I could probably actually do it with my eyes closed, but I'm not going to for what I would consider to be fairly obvious reasons, in the fact that I probably actually couldn't do it with my eyes closed, and that was just a meaningless bragging statement. Oh well. So ultimately, I think I've explained in this video just why I don't think my channel could ever grow. I do not believe that I have a personality that people would agree with. I do not have any self-marketing skills, so I find it very difficult to put myself out there. And I am pretty damn terrible when it comes to involvement. I'll be completely honest about that. Whoa! Don't you crush me there, Robo-Man. You're getting a little bit crazy there. I would now like to mention that later today I am going to be starting a new LP of a game, another obscure-ish Japanese hellish platformer, which apparently is harder than Mario 2, so let us check that out, I guess. Hey Robo Man, I'm gonna kill you! Oh man, I killed you! I killed you! And now I'm standing the other way and I can't move. Oh no. And there we go, we got to the credit scene as we're running around the, back in the Green Hill Zone. Didn't take us that long to get back to the Green Hill Zone, did it? As Robo Man has been defeated forever, or at least until Sonic 2. Yay! And as a kid I was like, oh my god, Sonic's jumping out the screen! Ah, what am I gonna do? But yeah. Whatever. So, that was the end of Sonic 1. If anyone out there has actually not played Sonic 1 and is watching this LP, then yeah. I don't know, I genuinely don't think there's anyone watching this LP that won't have fully played Sonic 1. And it's just one of those games, you know, everyone's played it. Like, more so, I would say, than things like Ocarina of Time or something. So, yeah. Sonics. Finished this LP in 4 episodes. I am unsure as to what to go on to next in terms of the Sonics. I'm kind of organising my channel in a weird way at the moment. I'm kind of having like slots for my LPs. Like one slot's going to be for obscure Japanese hellish platformers and stuff, and I might just have a slot open for a Sonic game pretty constantly. But we shall see. So here's the Twilight Zone. Yay! Twilight Zone. Sound produce. I've never noticed that before, but that's kind of funny. Well, whatever. Apparently there wasn't much testing going into this. Sound program. It's not sound programming, it's just sound program. They made a sound program, and that's all that matters. So yeah, it ended up not exactly being a no-death run. I died, I think, 4 times? Or was it 5? I can't remember how many times I died in Scrap Brain Part 3. Can't remember if it was twice or 3 times, but either 4 or 5 deaths. Not good by any standards, but yeah. That is the end of Sonic 1, and those are the 4 Chaos Emeralds that we missed. Oh, Robo Man, give me the Chaos Emeralds. Come on. Come on, just throw one to me. Throw all 4 to me. I want them. They're mine. Oh well. Next time, something else. Later today, obscure Japanese hellish platformer. Look forward to that. See you next time, folks.